Welcome to another episode, everyone. Poetic Flakko, apparently he's a king of Los Angeles. He says that he and others have marked out all of LA's gang members. He goes on to name a YouTube channel that should not exist because they push gang content and gang politics. But when pressed about the fact that he works for No Jumper, who also pushes gang politics, he comes with a flimsy excuse. Let's get into it.
We have successfully, I believe, marked out the culture of gangbanging. Meaning this, bro, like if you go online right now.
Yeah, so he's the king of LA. He's marked out all of LA. He's marked out the culture of gangbanging in LA. Marked him out. Him, who said the other day that he's a gangster that's pushing peace. Flakko's a gangster now. He believes he's a gangster. He's just pushing peace, but don't try him. And he's marked out all of LA.
Now, bro, and you start pushing that gangbanging shit, I'm like Buster, right? So we have successfully marked out the culture of gangbanging. So no gangbanger can come on the internet right now, right?
And who is we? As you,
like D1, me, Ak, bro, like all the people who have contributed towards like marking out the culture of gangbanging.
When you say marked out, like how are you marking out gang culture just by your words? You're just speaking. So it's not like you're gonna see these people in person, because if you did, it would be different for you.
No, when I say mark out, I'm talking about, again, y'all probably the last one till I recognize this. But if you go to other cities right now and you talk about like gang culture in this city, like bro, like they look at these niggas as retards. Like don't even like laugh at like a who is out here like really like banging.
Yeah, they laughing right where they're at or on the internet making comments and laughing. They're not they're not coming to LA with that. Don't believe this bullshit, man. Don't believe this stuff on the internet. It can get you in a lot of trouble. Just don't believe it, bro. Don't believe this nonsense you've been hearing about LA. This dude is not the king of LA. He does not run LA. He has not marked out anyone in LA a gang member. For real, on the streets. For real. No. Kill it. Knock it off. And y'all listen to this kind of stuff and y'all think y'all gonna come to LA and laugh in people's faces and all that. Never make it home, bro. I'm not finna go to certain parts of LA and be playing around. You kidding me? You dudes crazy.
You feel me? Encrypt this and blood this. Like, look at them niggas like retards. So I'm saying, and we're responsible for making niggas look crazy. So now we have to transition to the podcasting, right? Saying this, hey, bro, it's time for y'all to get on board, right? Cause bro, I'll be real, bro. Like, dog, like for example, Street TV. Why is a platform called Street TV needed?
Why not?
Why should kids have to sit and learn about gangbanging all day? Why should?
Well, first of all, I don't even know what he's talking about, or unless he's talking about Alex Alonso, maybe Street TV. Shout out to Street TV. They need to be around because people need to know the history of gangbanging in order to eradicate it, for one. And, you know, the culture of gangs. The same reason that your channel's around. Why do we need to know about Fat Joe and Cardi B? Who gives a fuck? Shit, what the hell? You can't discard or disregard anyone's channel and their content and their passion or what it is that they're talking about, what they are talking about. People have YouTube channels about rocks, plants, how to fold a towel, everything, you name it. Why are they around? Who gives it? But I mean, it's someone's consuming it. That's why someone wants to know about these things. Street TV is around because they have an audience that wants to know, obviously, about the content that they're putting out. Apparently it's educational, entertaining, something, or they wouldn't be there consuming the content. Who are you to down anyone's content and why it's around and why it exists? I'm sure it says not made for kids. So no, kids are not watching it. These are grown adults that are watching it that are learning some things.
Kids, right, have to sit and watch something where they're glorifying game banging.
Okay.
They're glorifying it.
So let's go to no jumper.
Yeah, and kids got to sit back and watch y'all post pictures of Munchie B in his underwear.
He's glorifying gangbanging.
No, they're not.
Why is he not? All of the narratives that you guys speak of are gang.
There's me on that platform.
Gang infused. That's all it is.
No, it's me on that platform. Is Ricky on that platform?
You haven't been on that platform in
Adam
so
on that
long.
Platform? And, no,
what's taking over and what's leading is a gang culture and negativity where you have Whack 100 speaking with Adam. Then you have Munchie B. Now you got Ann Hefe on there. Now, like, bro, they just had Spody Face on there. You were sitting in the back. You're not needed. The gang culture is what they want to hear. And you're trying to move them out the way. Oh, I see what this is. This is a monopoly going here. So you coming back out here to move them out the way. So they need a Rico out here.
And then
you just called them retards. And y'all are you guys are responsible for this shit, man.
But here's the difference between like a no jumper and a street TV.
Yeah.
No jumper has people like Spody Face, myself, and Ricky and others and Brandon, right? Who was there, where there are dissenting opinions. There are difference in opinions. There are people there who are saying this shit is dumb, right? So you have the conversation taking place, right?
Right.
It's not all saying, yo, this is good. No, there's people saying, no, this is stupid, right? And those folks have like prominent voices on that platform. With street TV, the entire platform is gangbanging is the best shit in the world.
Get out of here with that lame ass shit. First of all, street TV ain't said that gangbanging is the best thing in the world that I know of. And secondly, that's a bunch of nonsense because No Jumper, as this guy here, I believe it's T-Rail just said, is promoting and propagating, disseminating gang culture 24 hours a day. You don't have a prominent voice on there. Nobody gives a damn about what you're talking about. They're all tuned into the gang culture. So, and this is what Adam is pushing and everyone else on No Jumper. So do not talk about street TV and the gang culture that they're propagating when you work for No Jumper. How ironic, how hypocritical. And you're saying because they have different opinions on No Jumper, we have people there calling out. I haven't seen anybody on No Jumper in front of these gang members calling them dumb and stupid. I see you doing it on your own podcast, but not on No Jumper in front of these individuals on a podcast where they're there on the panel. So you don't have different voices and opinions there on No Jumper. All we hear is the gang culture now. And not anyone saying how dumb and stupid it is. Knock it off.
World. Gangbanging is great. Let's glorify gang members. Let's talk to them as if they're like worth talking to. So street TV is glorifying it. And I'm saying a platform like that shouldn't even exist because what is like redeeming about a gang member?
So at that point you have to...
You're going to get enough of playing these fucking games, man. Let me tell you, you're going to get enough of this shit. I'm telling you, you're going to get enough. You're going to get enough of this shit, boy. You mark my word. You're going to get enough. I know everybody say, well, you've been doing this and getting away with it forever. You're going to get enough of this shit, man. Understand this, bro. These gangbangers are men. Whether they are men that you like or not, they are men. A lot of these individuals have jobs. They take care of their children. They take care of their girl, their family. They're no different than you, other than sometimes they may hang out on a block or they used to, or they've been caught up in a system or taught something like we all were that was wrong, that is misleading and self-destructive. And many of us are trying to do better now, but they continue to disparage and denigrate these individuals as if they are subhuman, but you don't have anything to say to the white supremacists. They're not scum, right? The KKK, what about them? They murder people. I never hear them talking about these type of individuals and how they are scum and the wretched of the earth. Frantz Fanon talked about how they are the wretched of the earth But Poetic Flakko does nothing but praise these individuals, like he called Adam the white Jesus the other day, knowing damn well that Jesus is a black man.
Speak to YouTube, and you have to speak to YouTube of what they're letting on their platform. Yeah. So if YouTube wants that on their platform, then and they're not breaking any violations or codes, what do you want them to do?
Listen, bring the podcast, Rico. You know, right?
I mean, they only telling stories. What you want them to cut them off? You might not have nothing to talk about, bro.
No. But here's why the podcast, Rico, has to exist, because people who own those platforms aren't just regular like civilians who are just doing podcasts about gangs. No, those people are literal gang members who are profiting from having to right. Like the dude Alex. Yo, Alex have been perpetrating as a non-affiliate and a civilian for years. Right? No. Alex is like a deep-rooted, like real, authentic OG gang member. Right? But people like Alex, they're able to disguise themselves as civilians in order to push the harmful rhetoric. No, Alex is a gangbanger who has a platform about glorifying gangbanging. So hence, I think, all right, if the city of Los Angeles, if the feds, if the Department of Justice, taking gangbangers off the streets is cool, yes, right? But right now in 2025, like the rolling whatever, right? Like the Crips, the blood, they don't really have that much influence, right? Outside of like the violence. If you really want to like put like a, like a final like curtain on this, you target a podcast, because the podcasts have more influence. The podcast is the reason why gangbangers are coming out and committing violence.
Well, let me tell you this. The police is looking at this. And
Man, this dude is fucking retarded. YouTube took that video I did on Aiden Ross, the first one. I just did a reaction to Moses Malone. I got up the next morning and looked at YouTube had taken it down and given me a warning. Said I'm about to get a strike if I do it again for cyberbullying. Had me take a training course. So I almost called this dude some names. I had to catch myself. I forgot I was at, but this dude, man, so disgusting, bro. No, man. This dude is frustrating, bro. How has he been able to get it? Look at this dude, man. You making money off of gangbanging too, Flakko. You make money off of gangbanging content. The people that employ you make money off of this. You only talk about the black gangs, and you only talk about black people in LA. And think that this shit is funny and cool to get on these podcasts and say that how you done marked out all of LA. And you continue to think this shit is cool. All right, man. Okay.
Police is it's less work for them. So if you have podcasts and you have Instagrams, you have TikToks that's leading the way on this, usually right.
So basically he was saying Alex Alonso shouldn't be making any money on YouTube or as a content creator because he's a gang member who's profiting off of the culture. Everyone who's making, all of you are profiting off of the culture. Everyone, all of you, you always have. You continue to exploit the culture. You shouldn't be making no money off of YouTube. The fuck are you talking about? You talking about the culture. You talking about the city that you frequent, used to live in, LA. Disparaging and denigrating everyone there, but you making the money off of them there. You shouldn't have a channel talking about the culture. This shit shouldn't be allowed. If anyone, you want to start calling out channels, if you're not from over there, stop talking about over there and making money off of the shit. If you didn't find your way in the street, if you didn't get off the porch, then stop profiting from our misery when we're trying to do better. Talking about who shouldn't be making money. We from LA. We make money off of our culture if we want to. Everybody else is. The hell? This dude's weird.
Now, the social media are solving cases.
Of course.
So with him, you never know if he's part of that 62 million you talking about. They getting that money. That boy is telling. So he's telling on all these where you think he's glorifying it, but he's really not. He's not glorifying it. At the same time, he's telling you who's who and where is the ins and outs of each hood and where you can find these. You feel me? That's what these pages are for, bro. They are telling.
Nah, but like, okay, but like those are like two different platforms, right? Like for example, like the bloggers like myself who are solving crimes online, that's a little different than like a platform that's built on gangbanging who's glorifying it, right? Listen, bro, yo, I knew like the podcast Enrico had to come when I seen, I think it was Hood Trophy Bino, right? And he came here, right? And he did like a little like podcast.
Solving
and then there was
online.
another dude, some dark skinned ugly with lips, right? I forgot his name, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right?
Wow. What the hell? Flakko just called someone dark and ugly with a lisp.
So then he came out and started making videos about, nah, bro, we got to talk about this, man. Nah, we got to politic this. And I said, hold on. This is politicking on the internet. So that's where they believe the streets is now, right? Because again, right, before podcasting culture in this city, he would have politicked that where? He would have drove to that block, hop out.
Where he at?
And politic it with the niggas there, right? But now, dude's not taking that drive no more, right? Half of them don't got called. So they're not walking there no more. They loading up that phone and saying, hey, bro, nah, bro, let's politic this. Let's politic this.
It's Clout.
So hence he's politicking on the internet now.
Yeah.
So I knew, shit changed because that gang member felt compelled, right, to try to politic something, right, and like on the internet because somebody came on back on Fig and said this.
It's clout driven.
It's beyond clout though.
It's
right?
clout driven though.
It's it's beyond the internet clout. Like, yo, podcasting in LA is giving validation to a gang member, right? Gang members don't feel tough unless they have a platform to comment, yeah, I'm this. And then y'all say this, oh my God, word? And guess what? You now give them the validation they need. It used to be street credibility. The street credibility is washed now. It's not about podcast credibility now. Y'all dictate who the biggest, baddest is in the city now.
Y'all do that. Oh, I'm about to say podcasting. Where your company is dictating
podcasting
that.
Podcasters now dictate who the biggest, baddest is in the city.
Not true, man. Don't believe that. You know, this is coming from someone who just doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't really know the culture. Understand this, people. Take it from me. There are strong individuals still in the LA culture, strong gang members who you don't see, have never heard of, and you never will see. Some strong OGs and young individuals that do not do the internet stuff. And everyone is not playing internet games and responding on the internet and game banging on the internet and looking for recognition on podcasts. A lot of these individuals are in the background deliberately so. And they don't want their name on podcasts. And Flakko doesn't know about these sort of people and this sort of culture. Clearly. That's on him, bro. But, I discourage you all from listening to him, someone who's not privy to everything that goes on in the culture because he's not necessarily a part of it. So a lot of this is conjecture on his part. He's just surmising what goes on in the culture. He doesn't know. And if you listen to this and take it to heart and start being flippant and nonchalant with the culture as he has been, I just fear that you may end up suffering a certain fate. So just take heed from me and don't do it. The king of LA there, Flakko, marked out all of LA, all LA gang members. Y'all have been served. You've been marked out by Flakko. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay free, people.